Hello, everyone. Give me half a second while I wait for my stream to set up on. There we go. And now I can set my music because I forgot to do that. Because it's still something I'm getting used to using. What is synthwave? I want to hear this stuff. Wait. Wait. Okay. Bear with me while this thing is going. I'm liking this. All right, we're leaving synthwave. All right. Hello, Christopher. Welcome to another day in Redline, and probably after a couple hours, another day on the Big Easy Challenge arc. It's gonna be a long stream, hopefully. And why is my screen not showing the dang game? Where is it? Is that it? No, that's my Excel page. There we are. Sorry, guys. See how much money I have here. It's been a day or two since I've been in the city. Just wasn't feeling it. Oh, okay. And I haven't been in the city since Sunday. More afternoon, so. Alright, second here. Let me fix the playback so I can see. I find it a little weird. Some players' playback, I've noticed, even when they, they probably should have higher quality streams than I do. I find mine look a little better. Like, I don't look like, not in the gameplay, I kind of look like I'm kind of not quite in the picture. But on the stream, it's a smoother look. Like, I look like I'm a part of that world a little bit better. On my game stream, or my game itself, I have a little bit of, like, where the background, like what he's moving in, isn't as clear as my figure. But when I watch my stream, the figure doesn't have that slightly out of sync quality, like visually. Like, he's not too clean. Yeah, that day the system didn't properly. I gotta put my pizza in the trash. Yeah, I'm gonna get a few more bottles of water. We'll go get our grand, and then we'll go down to the beach to sell. So Grandpa met Azazel on Sunday. No. Come, yeah, here and now do it. Okay, there's nothing in my trunk. That means I must put it all in the Winky. Right? So, why'd you get out? Stupid. I call myself stupid because I hit the button. And I'm just leaving them sitting there because for whatever reason, it only lets you cash out 10 count at the casino. And what's the Twitter saying? Everybody's open. John Maverick's buying wants to buy a motorcycle. That's all it's kind of. So how you doing today, Christopher? Sorry for the sniffling. It's allergy season for me. Wait a second, I gotta do something. Because this is how Grandpa's gonna get known. This place. Okay, go here. Google. No, not with that. No. Yeah, that'll work. Page here. Yeah. Copy. Reply. And send. Yeah, Grandpa's getting known as being a Twitter troll. Grandpa's a Twitter troll. First thing anybody's gonna say when they see this, Grandpa! Oh, Jesus. Frickin' local. Just got this car fixed. Azazel's gonna be mad. He took a lot of effort to fix this thing. No, I gotta do it. No, I gotta troll him. I gotta troll him. Yay! Jesus. Nope, won't work. It's a Giphy. Crud. Oh, wait, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Giphy's got. No. Like this. There we go. Copy. I figured out how to get the Giphies to work. Giphy website has issues with when it comes to Ethan's gonna freaking want to murder me. Oh, and maybe when we log into the Ark today, it'll be nighttime, and I can light my fire pit area and show off that for you guys. I gotta remember, I'm the admin. I can advance the day. Oh my God! Yay! Oh Jesus! I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. Ethan's gonna kill. He's gonna freaking. He's part of a gang, and I'm trolling him on Twitter. Okay, get going straight. Okay, no, we didn't break headlights. That's a weird effect. That it doesn't quite. I didn't break any headlights. That's just how the headlights look, and that's just weird. Unless there's a ding in the frame of the headlight, and that's actually showing the. But that, you know. Oh, come on. I'm not. YouTube frickin'. What's best? I know there's cops in the city. I should not be doing this stupid shit. Hold on a second. I'm gonna mute myself for a second so I can blow my nose and not disgust the crap out of you guys. And we don't want to miss the light, so we speed through it. Alright. Check Twitter one last time. What you got? Out. Get up $2,000. Right, give me my money this time, dang it. Is pizza this open? No, nobody's open. Holy crap. Well, what am I going this way for? Nope, nope. Come on. Jesus. Driving like a spaz today. Whoa. We're gonna go to. Damn it! I can't talk right today. We're gonna go to Legion Square. See if anybody's hanging out. Oh, there's nobody in that car. Hello, Mr. Crocs. Not Mr. Crocs? Wait.
Snowy.
Oh, it's snowy.
Hey.
Sorry.
You want to see something cool?
You changed up your color
What?
again.
You want to see something cool?
No, that's-
Don't worry, I'm
my
not.
car anymore.
No, look. Hey, look. I have a sword.
Oh, cool. Swords, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't match my colour scheme anymore. It looked cool when it was green as well.
I never had the green one.
Oh, who had the green one?
That's the other person who bought the Winky, not the Winky, the Bifta after I bought mine.
Right. So it was green. There's a green and orange one.
Yeah, yours had there was a yellow and with flames on it, for like similar to yours.
Oh, no. There's problems with mine. Yeah. I've changed my colour so many times, and that does have flames on it when it's got doors.
But no, I've had that. I specifically made it that color because it looks like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
No, you was the only person I knew that had one, and I remember that.
Hey, Teddy.
When you first bought it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'd seen one parked up that was green and orange since, so I assumed you'd painted it.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of like locals who have them. If you're down by the beach area,
Yeah, possibly a lot.
well, they've cut me off a few times.
Hold on. I'll be back. Hey, you guys might want to move so I can reverse. I don't want to hit him. I'll be back.
All right, Teddy, give me a sec. Let me here. Nope, that's not the right way. Over here. Take it down. Better? Let me know if that's quieter. Yeah, no, you're gonna hear me double up. There we go. That's better. Lay down, Vicky. Come on.
Bought it for 45. Yeah, I did some little modifications to it yesterday as per the run, and you could probably see into the grill. So. Yeah, I know. But if you look into the grill, you know, you got the little spoolie boys in there. And then I bought a drag wing. Actually, the Delo told me that the wheelie bar doesn't actually help. It pushes the rear tires off of the ground. It gives it less traction off launch.
The sissy boys will only work if you do it right.
Yeah, well, that's why I just don't like them on it. It kind of makes it look weird.
You gotta sort of hold it on the handbrake at half acceleration, let go of down brake, set off at half acceleration, then hit full once you front wheels drop down.
Yeah.
And you'll take off like a scolding dog.
Probably why it's not launching right.
It's supposed to do the same when you do the wheels too. Start at lunge at half RPM.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on, let me do this. This thing looks dirty.
You're also missing your hood.
Yeah,
Is there any
I
garage
know.
as well?
I think Harmony.
If I have to, I'll go and route it for Harmony. If nobody's open.
You know, it
I don't
strikes
think
me as
anybody is.
I find it odd that there are no street lights along here.
Considering it's like the most crime-addled part, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's why all them ladies hang out down the corner over there.
Hey, convoy up to Harmony, go get some repairs, find you a hood, and me a door.
Sure, why not?
And a window, and a windshield.
Yeah. Mine's
And Grandpa's gonna go to the beach. I can never remember how to get to the beach from here. I know it's a fairly straight line. It's just I can never remember specifically where to turn. It's not a straight line. It's an L. You just make, you know, you only really have to make 2 turns. You know, I should really check and see if I can sell. Yep, can't sell while in the car, which means there are officers on duty. How's the music? Like, you know, is it worth keeping, or should I switch to something else? Well, apparently he was doing it wrong. Which is what Snowy was trying to explain to him, that he was kind of like not setting off right. Like, I know for a fact that I can't, with this car, I can't, like, hold down my, my space bar and launch it. And what I find funny is Daryl, Clutch, tells me about how you guys get in trouble for doing, what's the term? We gotta get sandwiches. Where you hold the handbrake down and double clutching, which I don't understand the term. It's a term used for freaking people using sticks, which doesn't hold for an automatic. An automatic, you want to take off quick. If you want to launch your car off a dead stop, you hold your foot down on the brake and your foot down on the gas, and you pump the gas. You get the RPMs going up real high, and then you let them just start to slide down, and then you, as the light turns green, you floor it, and you don't spin. My dad taught me how to do that, and he used to, I'm not kidding, he used to race his 1987, 88 Suburban with a 350 V8 and a towing package built into it for towing a 76-foot Argosy trailer. And he used to beat cars off the line all the time because they'd pull up in their little Hondas and their little Corvettes and their Mustangs and go ning, ning, ning next to the car. And my dad would sit there, foot on the brake, foot on the gas. You know? And then, why do I still have $40? Didn't I put gas in the car, so how do I still have $40? So, the whole, oh, you can't double clutch. I'm like, what is double clutching? I've never heard the term. I've heard the term, but I don't know what it means because I've only ever driven automatics. Oh, it's where you put your foot on the brake and your foot on the gas. Like, oh, so the basic way you win a race driving an automatic. Because that's all that means to me. That's what it means. That's how you win a race in an automatic. You foot on the brake, foot on the gas. Drive your RPMs up, get them, and then boom, and you turn quick. You end up going off the mark quicker. That's how you win a race in an automatic. It's how you keep from spinning your tires in an automatic. You're not throwing all that traction into the wheels right away. You pump the gas with your foot on the brake. That's just how that's how you hit hard off the line. My dad beat Corvettes in a 350. A freaking, he beat him in a Suburban. Now, I'm not saying he beat them a quarter mile. He'd never beat them long run. But we had a section of road where I grew up that was right at a double light, right? Where the outside right-hand lane had to move to the inside at about a quarter mile from the lights. So it was a quarter mile spot where if you had to stop or slow down because you couldn't get around the person on your left, you lost. So my dad would pull into that spot all the time because he had a wider truck. He had to make a wider turn with the car. So he'd pull into that wider turn, get into the inside right lane, which ended at a quarter mile from the stoplight. And he'd have these kids pulling up. Why did I just climb up on their car? He'd have these kids pull up alongside of him and do the whole min, 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 min. Showing off that they got a fast car. And my dad would just rev the engine. And like their little things are just going up and down, like ning, ning, ning. Like a little pop. a little hop. You know, not even their engines would barely lift the front end. My dad's, it would look like a wave, because it would lift the whole front end of the car, and then it would settle back down. Lift the whole front end, and then it would settle back down, left to right, left to right. I still remember that feeling and being in the car like that and go and my dad would never let it go all the way back down. These guys are man. They'd hit it and drop. My dad would pump the gas. You don't hit the gas. You pump the gas. And then he, you know, every time next to us, you know, squealing tires. Spin their tires like a bitch. My dad, you know, just gone. 0 to 70 in a quarter mile. And these little idiots in back of us thinking they were all hot shit, trying to catch up. And my dad would have a good 2 car lengths on him by the end of that quarter mile. Swing back over right in front of them. Now it's a double lane, they can't pass. Now it's a standard, you know, like just a regular, the regular street highway, you know, not street highway, like a regular country road with a double yellow line, so they can no longer pass. Next passing, you know, it's like, you know, God damn it, quit swerving. Oh hell no. You know, it was so entertaining to watch these goober kids try to catch my dad's truck. And my dad learned to do quarter mile back in the 60s. I mean, his first car was a GTO. He had a goat. He had a 64. It's actually, to me, it's 63 because it was, you know, they come out, you know, you got the whole, oh well, it's a 64. Yeah, except that it came out in 63. That's what's always, it bugs me that that's how they number cars. Like my 1971 Chevelle Malibu didn't come out in 71, it came out in 70. So in actuality, my first car was 5 years older than I was. And that thing had a big block engine in it, and I had an automatic. And I used to quarter mile race that thing, and because it looked like a beater, and I used to surprise the crap out of people all the time with how fast I got off the stop. And they're looking, and it was a boat. It was a freaking 4-door. It was a boat. Give me a second, guy. I gotta blow my nose again. I just don't want to do it on the mic. Oh. But yeah, I used to beat kids who had their cars all set up for racing, and oh, you ain't gonna beat my car. I've got a V6, you know, I've got this, and that in it. And I remember, I came up and got my license. Oh hell no, not for White Widow. I was doing it like right when muscle cars were still a big thing. That's a good price. 8 for 100, I think it was. And the asshole robbed me? Oh, you must be looking. Yeah, I'm looking all right. Give me back my weed, you. Oh, I'm hating that. If they rob you while you're selling to them, you can't get your weed back. See, now I'm down to 8 bags. Fricker. If they rob you while you're selling to them, you can't get your weed back. I'm gonna go wino. Just chug-a-lugging a bottle of wine on the beach. No, that dead body back there has nothing to do with me. But oh yeah, I used to like my '71 Chevelle. I had a 4-door, but it was a V8, 350 V8, or bigger, 402, or the biggest they had at the time. It was a family car, and the guy who I bought it, and the kids who I bought it from, boarded out and put in put everything back in. Yeah, did you see they robbed me mid-sale? He kind of turned to run halfway through the sale, or partly, like just before he. It's a glitch because you can't get your weed back when they rob you like that, or Hey, lady, I'm gonna have you come over here and buy my last 8 bags of weed, please. Give me a good price. Yeah, 18's good. I'll sell you one bag for 18. But I am not what you would call a car guy, but I have cars that are favorites. Like, I love, it's about, it's not about what they can do, it's about the memories yeah, 1 for 15 is not bad. It's about the memories and emotions they dredge up. Like, I would love to get, because my earliest memory of being in a car is my dad's station wagon, which is one of the first family cars he had, which was what we spent forever in, going places and doing stuff. Like, when we were little. Is that 80? Hell no, I'm not selling you White Widow for $13. Go away. But if I could, I contemplated getting one of the station wagons. Wait, what? What about lopsided tits? 5 for 90. Yeah, it's $18 a bag. That's a good price. Got 1 bag left. You rob me, I'm gonna murder you. Oh, go away. Trying to rob me. Oh! Oh, I'm gonna... Asshole, huh? Gonna cave your skull in? What fight? What fight club? There's a fight club? See, I didn't get my weed back. What is up with that? That pisses me off. Damn it. There's a fight club? Grandpa don't know nothing about no fight club.
I hear that new Crow X is hot.
Grandpa's trying to sell some weed. That or I missed the announcement in Redline saying, let me double check here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Fence. I know about the fight club, but I don't know where they hold it. And Grandpa, it doesn't, he has no reason to go. There's no reason for him to go. He has nothing to prove when it comes to that. Reminds me, I really need to share my stream. So while, yeah, cool, you know, there's a Fight Club going on, I'll see clips of it later and I'll laugh with watching everybody beat up everybody. But if it's not like something that he can be notified about on Twitter, he's gonna miss it, just because he's not, you know, I won't say he's not in the know. He's just not. Nobody's gonna think to ask him, or if they do, they're gonna laugh and go, "We should let Grandpa know," and then, you know, completely forget to do it. And what I should do is see if Snow. Princess Diane. I wasn't mad. I was like, huh? What's she talking about? I'm like, I didn't even notice. It was like, it wasn't until after however length of time you timed me out for yesterday that I'm like, oh, okay. So like, oh, she timed me out. Okay, whatever. Now I'm gonna pick on her. Hey, Marley. Yeah, I'm selling on your beach. Okay. And Bob's not in. If Bob's not at it, he don't care. I should really. Here's one thing I did want to do. You're kidding. Why can't I? I should have that ability. What the crap? I know him. Wait a sec. Oh, and I forgot to do this. Every day I'm gonna do this, guys. I forgot to do this and pin this to my messages. Okay, guys. You're gonna hear me say it a couple of times during the stream. I have a new ebook that's coming out on the 1st of June. It's currently in pre-order. You can order it there. It is a urban fiction, fantasy, not sword and sorcery fantasy, but it is kind of like the TV show Supernatural or Charmed or a bunch of the Vampire Diaries, that kind of stuff. Modern world, kinda, and Supernatural combined. My book is set in the 1930s. The start date is actually April or May of actually it's closer to April of 1931, and it's about a guy who knows the supernatural is real, and he tries to see Jordan Snow's. They're never on. Should call D'Lo and see if he's on. Hey Johnny, I got all kinds of people on my stream today. Not even D'Lo's on. Wow. Okay, we're gonna go to the garage. But it's set in the 1930s, and what you do is you follow my character, not this character, my book character, through 5 years of him working cases in Philadelphia and around Philadelphia. Why can't I put in an amount? Ugh. Oh, no, come on. This area. Okay, no, there it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get the Jeep out to get a specific amount out. So what a lot of people don't know and think is all, oh, that's just movies. That's just movies. All right. In the late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of supernatural TV shows came out and book series came out that are set in the modern era. Shows like Supernatural started early 2000s. You had Charmed. You had a whole bunch, really. I can't remember them all. Like, those are the two big ones that stand out in my brain. You had the Vampire Diaries. You had, there was a couple different ones. Even the British got along with it. I mean, they restarted Doctor Who in the early 2000s and stuff like that. Hello, Corey. Yeah, Diana's feeling guilty because she timed me out yesterday in a stream and I didn't know it. I thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, okay, because I only made one. I was just letting, I was just trying to let JD know that, because Jesse B is going to play in my ARC server, which I will be playing eventually sometime today. Because eventually I'm going to sell all my weed, and I'm just going to have nothing to do with Grandpa, and I just don't want to do much else. Oh, she's going to want drugs. I'm going to sell to her. Here, lady. Buy some weed. Buy some weed. They stopped selling weed. Started selling. Oh, crap. Alright, guys. Give me a second. I got to reload. My user interface is goofing up. It's got me selling, but not selling. Okay. Bear with me. While I'm doing this. A lot of people make fun of them. But the Indiana Jones films, his whole fighting the Nazis and saving archaeological digs and finding stuff is based in fact. There were actual archaeologists that oh, come on, no. I'm getting that HTTP 405 crap. No! Let me log in. I cannot restart my computer to get the fix on this. Because that's all I really need to do is restart my computer and I can fix this crap. And I'm not restarting the computer I'm not even 48 minutes into my stream. I mean, it's different if the computer craps out on me or the stream gets killed by YouTube. Honestly, Johnny, he was a man of, he was a sociopath. A lot of stuff they attribute to him specifically, like what happened in the death camps, like he didn't design that shit. Somebody else did that shit. Mengele did that shit. Other people did that. Now they did that shit underneath his direction. And it was a confluence, that time period was a confluence of a lot of fucked up people. Especially in that area. Meaning, oh, I'm not going to be able to get back into Redline, guys. It's not letting me back into Redline. It's freaking, and I know it's FiveM's fault. Crappers. I might be going to my ARC early. Princess, what he's asking about is that time period, whether I think that time, whether he was actually evil or not. There was actually somebody worse than him. And guys, I'm gonna have to switch over to my. I'll try to go back later, but right now it's FiveM. It's not me because I've had that problem before. I'm getting a HTTP 405 error trying to re-enter Redline, and that's happened before. And what it is there's something screwy with FiveM because it keeps me from getting into any of my servers. And I gotta mute my mic for a sec so I can blow my nose. All right. So to answer. Oh, it's an ebook, Johnny. You can sit on the toilet with your phone and read it. Yeah, it's an ebook. You can sit on your toilet and read it. You can sit on a toilet and read a real book too. You don't even have to, you don't even need to. Okay. Give me a second. I got it. My screen capture is set to now because I had to do this to get a specific game to load. Where is... Close. Sorry guys, give me a second. Now it's not letting me see. Well, Johnny, on the 1st of June, I will actually be doing a live reading of my book, where I will read my prologue and the first chapter. Yeah, Corey, you're right. There was nobody in that time period it was an angel. But on the 1st of June, Johnny, I'm going to be reading the prologue and first chapter of my book, which sets up the book. Maybe the second chapter, because it introduces the main character's personality dealing with his, clients. But with, your question about Hitler, yeah, he was an evil person. He was evil, but there were people just as evil as him who enabled him. It wasn't that he was, it's not that he was unique. He wasn't. There were people way worse than him. Why can't I get it to show me? Okay. Let's switch it over, see if it gets the window from specific auto. Is it going to let me... Come on, searching for game capture. Yes! Okay, yay! Alright, now we're back in. Now I gotta fix this stupid sizing. There we go. Okay, guys. And now we're cooking with gas. We're in my server. Alright, so... Oh, it's not daytime. I might... what time of day is it? Which is it? H? It's only 6:40 p.m. Bear with me half a second, guys. I'm going to do something I don't generally do. How to change time in Arc. Admin commands. Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the fun bit. Do you know how we know about hypothermia and CPR and all these different things? They're from they're all okay. So I just gotta use okay. Yep. Okay. Copy. Clear. They're all from they're all from scientists that worked for the Nazis. Let's see. I want to do it for 19. Really? That's 7 p.m.? Alright, wait. Let's try this again. What? Oh, that's right. I have the day shorted. I gotta do it. Okay. And now it's raining. Should really drink and eat something anyway. Bear with me, guys. What I'm trying to do is turn off the lights. We'll set it for midnight. There we go. This is why I wanted to do this. All right. Boom. 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 Now we have a reason to light the fire pit. Check that out. Check it out. Yeah. There. I love this. This is the first time I've actually seen this at night. Yes, Johnny, it's a book. You buy books. It is not a free copy. It's $4. It's fairly cheap when it comes to books. Yeah, Teddy. The Redline wouldn't let me back. Well, FiveM wouldn't let me back in. But Johnny, there was actually somebody worse than Stalin. His name is Himmler. He's the guy who ran the SS. He was also Hitler's political rival within the organization that became the Nazi organization. When Hitler was running for prime minister, it wasn't just him. It was also Himmler's crew, because Himmler is a separate group. Everybody says, oh, Hitler was into the supernatural stuff. Yes, he was, but he was specifically, he was more specific to proving that Germans were descended from the biblical first people, not the Jewish as he saw it, but the Aryans, who are supposedly the first people descended from Adam and Eve and all that crap. So his focus was on Christian mythology, Christian stuff. Himmler is the reason why we have Hellboy, the reason why we have the Red Skull, the reason why we have, because he was the super science guy. He was the guy who was all into proving that we were really descended from Viking gods. He turned the country of Germany and Austria's police, the internal affairs of Germany for the police, because Germany had a nationwide police force, not a, like they have, just like most European countries do not have a city to city, state to state, town to town, village to village police force. They have a government run police force, meaning it's run by their federal government. Their entire, like, it's a state government. State police is not just a, it's the their police. That's how, like, if you watch any British TV about police shows, you'll have like a detective from London going to. Oh, I also get to show you my sparkler. Look at my sparkler. You have detectives from London going to, like, some small town out in the boonies, and it's the whole, fish out of water thing. Oh God, they're like the Roman guys were. It's a dictator. Dictators always go evil. Always. There is not a dictator in history who has not gone to the dark side. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts, absolutely. You know, it also power. It's not that power corrupts. Power attracts people who are corruptible. Corruptible people want power, usually because they're like subpar in something. You know, they're using power. They want power because, like Hitler, you know, bullied in his youth, treated like a a girlfriend left him for for this, that, and the other thing. You know, the downtrodden. You know. Oh yeah, every dictator says that. Freaking Castro was supposed, like, I mean, everybody points at, like, the guy on the t-shirts. He was Castro's buddy, and he was an evil dude. He also would have, like, if he saw what we'd done to his image and used it to sell t-shirts, oh, he would have shot you. All you people that wear those t-shirts that, like, I don't know, Castro's buddy, the one that died of asthma, he's all over, like, the anti-government t-shirts and stuff. I can never remember his damn name. Because he's a footnote now. You know, as big a personality as he was, he's now a footnote. Ooh, I forgot that. I should have. He just wants to go for a walk. Okay. Behavior, enable follow. Smoke has gotten. Teddy, I named my fire dragon Smoke. Because I was like, you know, I'm gonna name him after Smoke. I like watching Smoke streams, so I'm gonna name him after Smoke. You'll get a kick out of that. We'll take a screenshot, and it is the new Smoke. Big old red dragon. Well, okay. All right. The reason it became a history chalk is because I was trying to get through my setup for my novel that will be coming out June 1st, and it's currently in pre-orders. So I'm gonna plug the shit out of it. I don't care, because every book I sell gets me noticed by a publisher eventually. It gets me to where I can do stuff like do this. Che Guevara, that's right, Teddy. Che Guevara. He's now technically a footnote in history because Castro overshadowed him, and he was Che Guevara was Castro was. Oh wait, what was first? Castro was Che Guevara's butt boy. He was nothing. And bear with me, guys. I'm only doing this because you didn't see me do this. This didn't happen because I just don't want to. Where'd he go? That didn't happen. I didn't do that. You didn't see a thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Jonathan's here. Cheater! 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 But Castro became the larger figure, and he was Che Guevara's little boy, like his little protege. He took over for Che Guevara. Che Guevara, like, he helped Che Guevara take over Cuba. And then he was supposed to go. They were both supposed to go back to their home and take back over where Castro died. I think it was I don't remember. If it was, I can't remember where Che Guevara died, but where he died was where that was the next place they were going to start the revolution in, and they were going to make a. They were trying to make Che Guevara's ultimate plan was to make a American version of the USSR, essentially, but in South America, not Northern America. So he was trying to start the whole communist movement throughout South America, which we really didn't want. There is still belief that we kind of helped Che Guevara along in his death because he died of natural causes technically, but there's still argument that we kind of helped those natural causes along, like we made it difficult for him to get his stuff. Yeah, I think it was Argentina. I know. I think it was his home country because Che Guevara was not from Cuba. Neither is Castro. Hey, Susie. It's been a little while. I haven't seen you in a little while. Anyway, back to my original point where how we got on the history and everything. So, okay, in my book, the bad guy, the ultimate long-term bad guy, is not Hitler in World War II. It's the other guy. It's Himmler. Himmler was the one who's into the occult. Himmler was the one who gave us the stories to create the Red Skull, to create Hellboy. Oh, God, I hate these things. Go away. Go away. I don't like you. Go away. Ouchie. Ouchie. My knees. My knees. But my character, he starts off in 1931. Now, in the 30s, we had 1929 was the Great Crash in the United States. We had the Dust Bowl. We had the Great Depression, and what a lot of people are unaware of is that America, the country of America, decided, the federal government decided to make gold, like the owning of gold, illegal, and they started going into people's houses and taking it from them. That means all the rich, all the poor, if they went door to door and searched your house, took your gold away. What they wouldn't take away was silver, under a certain amount of silver, and gems and works of art. So that's how we ended up with all these museums filled with artwork. The rich, wanting to stay rich, went on a massive buying spree in America for art. And they started hiding their wealth in museums, because museums were, it was against the federal, the United States government couldn't go into a museum and pull all the gold off the shelves and melt it down. They tried to, but they were stopped. They were stopped at going that far. You know, we didn't destroy a lot of, historical treasure. We tried to. We certainly did. We were planning, if it wasn't for the fact that at the time there was a huge resurgence in religion, especially okay, if you look historically at the 1920s through the 1930s, there is a huge increase in religious innovation. You had the rise of the Golden Dawn in England and in America. You had Aleister Crowley. You had the rise of tent revivalists and the Baptist revival. You had all these churches, because we were thinking it's the end times. With the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl, we thought it was the end times. Human beings were assuming this is the end of the world. We better get religious real quick. So there is a huge resurgence of all these alternate religions. And people are thinking, well, if Christianity ain't doing me any damn favors, I'm going to become this or I'm going to become that. And they started there was a huge, re-emergence or reimagining or re-enlightenment of the alternate religions. Of religions that had been in hiding for generations, and were only done completely, done within families only. There was the Icelandics. You had like a rise of the Norse religion again. In Germany, you know, there was a huge thing for mysticists. There was an entire group of women who claimed to be able to see into the future. Hitler loved them women. There's the American government had it too. It was a weird time, and at the same time, you had Hitler convincing the Germans that, hey, we're descended from the Aryan nation. We're going to go to all these archaeological sites all over the world and collect evidence to prove we are the ultimate people. We are descended from the Aryan race. Then you had Italy with Mussolini. We're going to unearth all these old cities: Herculaneum, Pompeii, Rome. And they brought back like Mussolini. Dude's reviled within Italy, but the dude rebuilt the Colosseum and brought in and gave us the Colosseum to go look at. Gave us the Pantheon and all this stuff, all this historical shit. These are all done by dictators, dudes who are just trying to justify their right to rule. These guys weren't doing this out of they were trying to prove their superiority as a people. Hey, look how great the Italians are. We gave the world democracy and civilization. And then you had the Greeks. I can't remember who was in charge of the Greeks at the same time. The Greeks were going, and they rebuilt Athens, the ancient Athens. They dug up and rebuilt parts of ancient Athens. Hey, look how great we are. We gave the world democracy. And we were going to Egypt to prove that, hey, no, that our people came from here. No, our people came from here. The Americans were just going there to beat everybody else out of the deal. Because we knew that if any of these cultures could prove one way or another they were better than the other, it's a psychological warfare thing. If you can prove you're better, you're pretty much, on a psychological level, hey, we're better than you because our civilization did this, and this. We're descended from these people. Then you're less likely to get a fight out of the people you're conquering. That's why nations that are warlike always tout out their wins. Look, we've won this, we've won this, we've won this, we've won this. We're number one, we're number one, we're number one. Now, America, we're weird. We're number one, we're number one. We've kicked our ass twice. Kicked our ass twice. We kicked our own asses, technically, during the Revolutionary War. We kicked our own ass. Because we were fighting our own people. Civil War, we kicked our own ass. World War I, World War II, we helped. We didn't win it. We helped win it. We're the reason Germany didn't keep going. Yes, because we freaking nuked Japan. Because we didn't want to be at war for another 5 to 10 years, which was the projection. Logistically, we would have been at war for another 5 to 10 years if we had not dropped those bombs. That was the projected time frame. It's the biggest reason the president at the time dropped them. So it's all psychological. So America was going, hey, we were curious people anyway. We wanted to know about our past. We wanted to know, because our past would tell us about our future. So yeah, we were building museums, but we were building museums because at the time we were recovering from the Great Depression. And then during the Great Depression, you had all these rich people buying paintings, sculptures, works of art, books, ancient old books, worth millions that only appreciate in value, only go up in value. Gold is kind of static. Dollar bill is static. It's a dollar. It's always going to be a dollar. The thing is, what you can buy with it goes up or down. But a Van Gogh, a Monet, a work of art, those things only ever go up in value unless you can prove they're fakes. And then they still are worth a shit ton of money. Because if it's a really good fake, it's worth a lot. And there was I think it was during that time period is when the first times that the Mona Lisa was stolen. But people were stealing artwork. The Germans, Italians, and Greeks were sending scientists, archaeologists, historians, all these different when I say scientists, I mean like historical science, like your scientists as in they have a PhD, a doctorate in something. Some were math. They did send scientists with math to America before the start, before 1936, before the big kickoff of the war. But most of I need to put that in there. Those are blueprints, so those don't go in there. But so we were dealing in America with a lot of foreign operatives who were actively stealing from our museums for Hitler. And that's where the idea for Indiana Jones came from. Now mine kind of expands on it a little bit. I don't need any of those. I've got a lot of them. Where I expanded to not just the I gotta eat. Apparently when you jump time ahead, you actually do lose food. Yeah, we're not winning the war in Ukraine. We're trying to help, but we've learned a little bit from our past. We're not trying to. America has gotten tired of being the planet's police force, and that's what we turned ourselves into after World War II. World War I, we were helping the homelands stop the Germans who were empire building. That was and it was purely the emperor. It was the emperor at that time, the leader of Germany, who's a royal and actually a cousin of the King of England. He was empire building. He was trying to become he wanted to be called the Holy Roman Emperor again. He wanted that title back. Because technically they'd lost the rights to that title. So he was trying to... Yeah, we've been doing that since World War II. We did it in Vietnam, we did it in Korea, and we were trying to do it... Now, we were asked to go into Kuwait. We were asked to go into some of these other countries by the countries because, yeah, America kicks ass. We kick ass. If we're known for one thing, it's kicking ass. You need somebody's ass kicked, call America, because we'll come and do it, and we will love doing it. It's we have good intentions for why we wanted to be the world's police force. Originally, we were right after World War II. We were the only economically and militarily stable country after World War II. Russia quickly went into decline. They had a huge military buildup during World War II and after up through the 70s until they started screwing around in the Middle East. And then the Middle East screwed them, and it's going to screw us. Because no matter how much you dump into it, it's always we're trying to fight a war, and we had the same problem that they had, and it goes back all the way to the Crusades. That region builds their religion into their laws more so than any other culture. More so than any other culture. Yeah, you could claim America's laws have a very Christian bent to them, and they do. But the laws within the Middle East are heavily influenced by the Shiite Muslims and other religious groups in that area. The Shiites aren't the only ones that do it. The Jewish, Jerusalem, the Jewish, all their laws are built into their. I mean, one of their holy books is a book of laws. When we go in when we're asked, that's different, I think. When we go because, yeah, we're number one, we're going to fix this, that's when we run into problems. Korea, we were not asked. We were asked, but not by the Koreans. We were asked by the French. And same with Vietnam. We were going in to fix French colonialism's fuck up. The French colonialism, that preeminent, like the French when they colonized, in that area, the Asian Peninsula area where Korea and Korea's north of China. Korea was more we were going to keep communism out of the country. We already lost China. We'd lost China. We'd lost Russia. We'd lost other countries to it. We lost Cuba. Korea was one of our allies that we helped save from the Japanese and the Chinese. We helped save them during World War I from the Chinese, and we helped save them from Japan during World War II. So they were an ally of ours. They were also our buffer in the Pacific. And so we went to Korea, one, to screw up what the French had really kind of effed, and because they done a number on the Koreans, and this isn't weed. No, Mikey, FiveM won't let me back in. I had to log out of FiveM to get my user interface to work properly. When I went to go try to log back in, FiveM wouldn't let me in. But you can see cool dinosaurs, looky, and I have a dragon. Mikey, looky, I have a dragon. His name is Smoke. And Mikey, remember I told you I was going to build a swimming pool? Oh, we got a swimming pool? This is our swimming pool, guys. It's even got little, jump off diving spots. They're not really. They're aesthetics that I can't get rid of. But there's a swimming pool. And then we have I gotta learn the thing. And we're gonna there's a wait, let me show you this. This is I like this. We've got a lifeguards deck area. No! Not what I wanted to do. Climb up. Okay, do this properly. Down a little bit more. Down a little. Close. Jump off. Okay. We've got a lifeguard thing. You can sit in the chair. I'm going to put the torch away. Look at my fire pit out in front of the... look at that. I love that fire pit idea I had. The big old fire pit in the center of that. Right in front of the hotel. Like one of those Hawaiian fire pit things. I got tables. We got a diving tower. We actually have two. There's one in the lake and there's one over top the pool. Yeah. Open. No. Open. But with my character for my thing, he is a Philadelphia. He went to World War I as a teenager, 16, signed himself in, found out magic's real, comes back to America, talks to an old German couple that were his babysitters that told him stories. They're actually a mage, and they're actually magic users. So with him finding out magic's real, he decides to go back to college. Finishes his high school years, gets his credits for high school, goes on to college. He wants to become an archaeologist and an antiquarian. An antiquarian digs up old shit, or not digs up old shit. He says old shit is old shit. Yeah, yep, that's what it is. This is a book from 1420, written by this author. It's authentic. He's an authenticator of antiques. They call them antiquarians. It's an old term. All those guys on Roadshow are technically antiquarians. They're antique aficionados. They have like degrees and all kinds of stuff. So my guy's plan was to become an archaeologist and an antiquarian, so they could go around, dig up old sites, and rediscover magics, and bring them to the world. Give everybody magic back. I'm gonna put a guardrail so that people that when people use it, they realize that that's like a staircase to go down here. Okay, so his whole plan was to become a archaeologist and an antiquarian, and then 1929 hit, and right in the middle of his PhD run, the crash happened. So he lost his funding for his PhDs. Couldn't go on his final, because you have to spend a year or two at a dig site to get your PhD as an archaeologist. So he had funding to go in 1928, and in 1929 the crash happened, so he lost his funding. So when he lost his funding, he decided, okay, I gotta do what I gotta do. And he needed to make money. And he used a trick, a gimmick, that he used to use at parties to pick up chicks. He discovered, and it's actually a belief I hold, that all real artwork made by an artist carries an aura. That aura can be tracked, and like, say you get a bunch of Monet paintings together. You can look at them using the correct method, art. They can look at brushstrokes, and people get attuned to what is real and what is fake when it comes to artwork. By looking at it and feeling it, you can feel. You'll hear them talking about it when a guy's discussing a piece of art, whether it's fake or real. You can feel the energy in the brushworks, and I ran with that. So now in my world, all artwork, writing, sculpting, painting, carries an aura. And I've had this belief forever. You want to feel magic? You want to feel it? Go into a museum and really look at artwork. Really look at paintings. Take time to really study paintings or sculptures, especially the old Greek or anything from Michelangelo. That stuff has power in it, like a feeling in it that's like visceral. Go into a church that has been around for a very long time, and it's had a lot of people really truly worship in it. I had an old church where I grew up that my family built in the 1700s, had over 300 years of history in this church that I used to go to as I grew up. And you could feel the energy in the church. I've been into a couple of the big Catholic churches in New York City. If you can feel the weight, the physical weight of belief in those churches. So you can't. Oh, my favorite painter of all time has got to be Van Gogh. He is. He's one of my favorites. Second would be Michelangelo, and it's more because of everything he did, not just the painting. It's the sculpting, the inventing, the writing, the philosophy. I don't have one favorite. Just like I don't have one favorite writer, I don't have one favorite. I have my go-tos, guys I'll read over and over and over again. Like I'll read Lovecraft over and over again. I'll read Frank Herbert, who wrote the Dune series. I'll read his stuff. I just got done rereading the entire series, the original series. I'll reread books from my childhood just for the nostalgia of it. But I have no one favorite. I have genres I love. I love the classics. I am not a fan of most abstract art. My brain does not like it. It is just my brain. It's nothing to do with the artist or any of their skills. But Da Vinci and Michelangelo were two of my favorites. Michelangelo for his paintings, and then Da Vinci more so for his inventing. Because even Michelangelo invented. He invented ways to paint, is what I love about him. Because, some of the stuff you shouldn't have been able to paint, and he invented a way to do it. He invented pigments, and he invented stuff to make pigments stay. And they are better quality than modern paints. We can't reproduce most of the paints that were used by the great masters. Now, there's some abstract guys I get, like the one who painted in different squares and lines. It's literally a top-down view of a city map, sections of a city map that he's done to make them look kind of cool and pretty. Those I like. It's the abstract artists from the 70s. Those, not the 70s, the 80s and 90s, where they started playing with computers, where they programmed the computer, they programmed the computer to shoot a paintball gun at a canvas and called it artwork. It's the ones who, like, I will never say AI is art. AI is not art. Anything done by AI looks great. Who'd they rip it off from? Because they have the artificial intelligences, even now, they don't make their own stuff. They straight rip from other artists. They do styles. Any forger can reproduce what. Don't mind me. I'm putting in I'm going to do this floor. I'm going to make 2 stories. The next floor is going to be 4 stories. This is my overlook area. I'm deciding on whether or not I got to put some building work in. I'm sitting here chatting with you guys and I'm loving it, but at the same time, I want to get this hotel finished as much so I can start laying in my trophies and other stuff. But there are, like, okay, there was an argument that, oh, you know, all art. Now, I will say, yes, all artists copy. All artists copy. Hey, Kimby. All artists copy. We all start off copying somebody. We have a favorite that we copy. That's how we learn. Now, what makes you a true artist is being able to step away from what you've copied and make something original. That is what makes a true artist. Being able to take what you've learned by copying and make your own artwork. I gotta go down to the... Oh, I gotta show you guys this. This is neat. Okay, wait. I gotta go down one more floor. I think. Nope, 2 more floors. Okay. By the way, here are the rooms. These are gonna be guest rooms. They can decorate them how they want. They all got a view of the bay. They're all gonna have a view of the bay. There's one there, and there's one back here. They all got a view of the bay. Single window. Some have a corner. You know, corner. You know, if you want a corner suite, you gotta be here early. You know, first come, first serve. You know, we got another corner suite here. Looks out on the bay and over on the side over here, and it's all pretty. I'll show you again when it's daytime again. My night times are real short. I shorten the nighttime a lot, so daylight hours are longer here than nighttime hours. But you guys, you know, cool, yeah, pretty. Yes, I'm okay. I'm not gay, but my mother influenced the shit out of me. So I like stuff that is aesthetically pleasing. I like, you know, I will go like 4-year-old, like in a drop of a hat. You're like, ooh, pretty, or ooh, squirrel. But watch this, guys. So over here, let me show you. See this? You see the glass enclosure? Looks like you know, why do I have a big open hole in this glass enclosure, right? That's why. See, you can go down here and swim down and come out. I'm on the floor down below. Go back in, hop up a little bit, and you can swim back up. And this one, you go in this one, you go all the way down. I'm gonna put some lighting in there, and you go 2 floors down. You're now on the ground. You're 1 floor above ground floor. Well, not ground floor, but the basement. And in the basement is... Where's Murder Chicken? Uh-oh. Where's Murder Chicken? Oh, here's Murder Chicken. We got Murder Chicken. I'm gonna get Murder Chicken where you can see him. And there'll be a couple of Murder Chickens in the area. Yeah, there's a couple of Murder Chickens. There'll be, I'll be hatching a couple of eggs. And then you go all the way down to the ground, look at the bottom, and we have our dock. The below ground water access. Come out, and out there you can just see the gate. There's a gate out there that will let people in and out, and eventually have it all walled in so that no dinos can get in, and you know, it'll be a safe zone. And the only dinos that'll come in there will be with spawns. And in this area, it doesn't spawn too many predators in the area I picked. Yeah. I mean, I love the cook. And I love that whole Julia movie. That was a good movie. I like Julia. Oh yeah, and I've got some new toys. I've got a fabricator so I can fix my shotgun, and I've got my armor display. Which reminds me, inventory. I need glass doors. Okay. Is it this one? Furniture. Yes. Give me these. Yes, it makes you unique. Because even a forger, Diana, the way they get picked out, the way they get noticed, because you can copy. Anybody can copy. Link don't work. What? No, it should. Give me a half second. I'll post a link. Johnny, when the heck did you leave my Discord? There. Huh, it did change. It's not supposed to change. It's not supposed to change ever. Oh, it's only good for a week. I don't want it ever to. Never. Okay. Wait a sec, guys. I had to create a new link. Hey, Dilo. We're currently playing Ark because for some reason FiveM wouldn't let me in. And bear with me, guys. I need to fix my stream because that link in my stream isn't working. And I want to make sure that people can actually, if they decide to watch this later and want to join my Discord, there, and save. But right now we're on my my Ark server. And how you doing today, Dilo? No, Dickie, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, Switch back to my mod account. Alright. So what was I saying? Am I saying Diana by accident? Diane, okay. I keep I'm quick glancing, and for whatever reason my brain is making the E in your name on my in my chat look like an A. Because I just glanced over and I was like, no, there's an A on the end of that damn thing. And it's there. I've had a couple of falls on my bicycle while out delivering food, and so my right lens has scratches in the upper right hand corner, and so occasionally it screws with letters. If I have to full turn my head sometimes to read a message in my chats, because my setup, I have my chat on my far right, because I read better from my right than I do from my left. Hey, Diane, I'm gonna say it. That's payback. for timing me out yesterday. No, that's mean. It's just I'm misreading your name. That's all. I'm believing, and I'm horrible with names. Ask Dilo. It took me forever to remember his name. And I used to hang out in his chat. Where are all these dead bodies? Oh, there it is. So yeah, my character learned that artists leave an imprint, like a psychic imprint, on all their artwork. And he's learned to identify and authenticate that artwork. And he did it by perfecting a trick he used to pick up girls at college parties. His gimmick was, okay, we're at a party. Oh, you've gotten big. And this is the 1920s and 30s. So parties then were not quite like they are now. A lot more snooty. Well, Diane went by Diane or Diana. Her full proper name was Diana, and she went by Diane. So, yeah. So he'd go to a party, and these are 1920s not sorority parties, because they didn't have sorority parties back then. But they weren't they weren't college parties like now college parties. And you're a pain in the butt. You know that? You really need to go to the bathroom. Okay. Guys, I gotta take a break. One of my little monsters wants to go potty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get up where you guys can see, I think. Where's the sun come up? I know, Dickie. Give me a second. Let me get my... Okay. I'll give you guys a nice view. Check that out. Well, that is a gorgeous view. I'm gonna leave you guys here for a second. I just gotta let the dogs out so they can go pee. Be right back. Moments, guys. Gotta make sure these guys have food and butter. I'll be right back. You gotta leave me alone for the next hour or two. All right. Okay. The other thing you can do, Ken, is you jam your arm across its jaw as far back as you get it, because they don't have lower jaw strength, so they can't bite. And they won't barrel roll with their mouth open. Anyway, so back to what I was saying before about like my character, how he kind of figured out how to use his magical skills as a way to make money during the early parts of the first couple of years of the crash. He would he figured out early on that as a party trick and a way to make friends when he first got to college, he claimed, hey, I can identify anybody's signature. All I got to do is look at it. So he would he'd leave the room after they picked one person to do the signature, and they'd sign all over a piece of paper, different directions, upside down, randomly, all over the paper. What I'm doing is I'm getting wooden thatch to make benches, guys. He'd then come back into the room. Now, what they don't know is that he has this ability to use his third eye, a means of third eye, magical sight, whatever you want to call it. It's the ability to see auras. Some people have it, some people don't. He explains it being like it's the percentage of it's a skill that can be taught, but it's very difficult. And then he'd use his magical sight and look at the paper, and then look around the room. Now, of course, he'd know the name of the hey, I'm Steve Jobs. Who was really doing it because he wasn't alive in the 1920s, but Steve Jobs is the one who is the name on the paper. So he looks around the room and identifies, the different people. Identifies who Steve Jobs is. And then looks at the paper and matches the aura of the paper. Because one of the most intimate things, one of the most personal things a human being has is their personal signature. It is very difficult to truly copy. Oh crap, I'm on a cracker. Get away from me. Kill this thing. Oh, you guys get to see what this thing does. Oh, that's what those plants do. They're my border plants. There's also a Trudon and a gator around here somewhere. They're over here. Ah, here's the gator. Damn gators, my pond. Diana, get that one. So he'd figure out, okay, so that's Steve Jobs. That's what his aura looks like. And then he'd find a matching aura on the paper. And he'd identify the person. Yep, that's your signature right there. And everybody go, ooh, oh, and the girls were like, oh my God, that's so cool. Would you sleep with me? He used it as a trick to get chick girls. And he'd use it, and his frat buddies would use it as a in with the girls. Like, come meet my friend. He can pick your signature out of 100, and it'll, he doesn't even, he won't even watch you do it. Watch this trick my friend can do. Your typical, like, guy pickup crap. So he figured out